Good morning, everybody. I don't know who needs to hear this message today, but today's message is about identity. And, we're busy with a series at church at the moment, Identity in Christ. And from my point, I just want to speak a bit about when I was stuck in my addiction. My identity was exactly that. People knew me as that guy that was addicted to drugs. And it's kind of the identity that I walked around with, And the more I used, the longer I stayed in addiction, the more people would refer to me as just that, an addict. And that's the identity that I took on. And, with that identity, that's who I believed I was. And that's what I walked around as. So when people said, you'll never get clean and sober, you'll just end up dying a druggie one day, that was kind of what I believed, and that was the label I walked around with. There was no hope for me to actually ever get clean. I just took on that identity. I just accepted the identity that the world was giving me. What I struggled with was when I got clean and sober was, actually believing that my identity wasn't in those things that the world was calling me. You see, because even once I stopped using substance, people would still refer to me as a druggie, or look, it's just a matter before he relapses. He'll never be able to stay clean and sober, this is just a couple of days and he'll be back on those drugs. So the things that the people were saying around me also had quite an impact on the way I viewed myself. But it was only once I started taking on my true identity, my identity in Christ, that I started seeing myself as something different and believing that I was able to be set free from this drug addiction. And I don't know who needs to hear this today, but my encouragement is for anybody out there today that's struggling with your identity. What is your identity, man? Is it in the permanent or is it in the temporary? So many of us are running around this world and putting our identity in the temporary. It can be something as small as, I only wear a certain brand of clothing, to identity in a career or a job that you might have. For many years I identified myself also as a mechanical engineer. That's who I was. Hi, my name's Martin, I'm a mechanical engineer. But these are all temporary things. You see, these are all things from the world, and none of them actually last. But when we see ourselves in our true identity, that what Christ has intended for our lives, the way that he sees us, we the Son of the Most High, and he gives us power to overcome anything. So once I put the substance down, I had to put on a new identity, my identity in Christ. And I had to take off those old grave clothes that the world was calling me by, and I had to bury those things and lay them to rest and start walking around with my new identity. And I want you guys to be encouraged and stop looking at yourselves through the eyes that the world sees you in, and start seeing yourself through the eyes of God and who he created you to be. Because once we start living in Christ, we can start living out our true destiny and what he created us for. So I just want that to be encouragement to somebody today. And man, have a blessed Friday and an awesome weekend ahead. And also remember, if you're struggling through this weekend, don't struggle alone, man. Make a call, reach out, get hold of somebody. Don't try and fight a battle by yourself. especially if you're feeling weak. None of us have to relapse. None of us have to go back to where we came from. So, yeah, give us a call if you're struggling. Let us see if we can help you and pray for you, get you into a meeting, get you surrounded by good counsel. So, yeah, have an awesome Friday, guys, and check you later.